today I wanted to discuss a few things, and we're going to condense them into one segment regarding 4-bar fills, basic ideas to create solos over a chorus or two, as Louis Bellson did in that drum cover I just did, Shaved Tail. And also how to sprinkle in some double bass drum. If they ever let you in a jazz club, you'll sneak your double bass pedal in, and you're doing your solos or your fills, and you just drop a little double bass in. It'll be too late for them to stop you. But Louis Bellson did it, so other people can do it. You just don't see it a lot. But if you did want to do it, we're just going to cover a little bit of it briefly, okay? Some basics, okay? Because once you do the basics, you can always, with a reasonably good foundation, you can do anything you want. So let's start. 3 segments. 1, I'll put a link in the bottom of this clip. I had a video that I did a while ago called 4-bar fills, the key to great drum solos. And in that video, I went through some basic figures, okay? I don't even have my my drum mute here, but basically we went through figures like in the triplets and the 16th note world, and they're just running patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, right? And I'll do it slower. 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1. Right? So you have a 4-bar phrase there. And then you can mix and match those. 1, 2, 4. Now we also talked about you can make a skeletal, version of that with just what they would call like swinging 8th notes. Right, and then same thing with 16th notes. And singles or doubles, combinations, different stickings. Okay, so that's a quick condensed review. What would you do with that? Orchestrate it. Like that. Okay, alrighty. Go back and look at that video with some real basics that we ran through. As I said, I'll put the link in the bottom of this one so that it makes it easy to find it. I'm just learning a lot about how to help everybody navigate the YouTube world over the last 2 years on the channel anyway. So, okay, now what would be step 2, the way I see it, to keep it simple? Okay, there's a lot of talk about this in jazz schools and online and so forth. Knowing the melody. How do you do that? Oh, well, take piano lessons. Okay, let's say you can't, you don't, or you won't. Piano, guitar, sax, I don't know. Some other instrument that has melodic structures that you learn. A lot of times they'll say to a drummer, play piano. A lot of great drummers did play piano. I believe even Louis Bellson did. And there's a lot of them. I think Tony Williams, you read up on them, and they played another instrument. Joe Morello, when he was younger, was looking to play violin, but then he lost his eyesight. His eyesight started to go, so classical music or anything like that was out. But anyway, so if you can't do that, we can all hum. And, you can hum the tune, the melody, the lead to yourself. And one of the things that I recommend is that if you want to start working on songs and 4-bar fills, which lead to, whole choruses if you string enough of them together, right? So like you would hum the song to yourself, like Shaved Tail was you can't sing, your voice is an instrument. Everybody's voice is an instrument. The ones that can sing, well, they have a blessed instrument. But we all have an instrument. Hum the tune. Learn your melodies. You're playing the drums. I hope the main reason is because you like music. You like music, you get into melodies. You get into the melody of it. You'll get into maybe even a groove, a harmonic groove, a rhythmic groove. And you have to have that internalized. So if you put the two things together, you have a basic vocabulary of sixteenths, eighths, and triplets. You can swing them or lay them down straight, and you have these set patterns that you refer to. And now you have these melodies. Then when you put those two together, you can get like and so forth and so on. I was just humming the tune right to myself. So it's very valuable. So number one, have your set phrases that you like to use. They're your recipe. They're parts of the recipe. They're just ingredients. They're no different than pepper and any of the other seasonings you use, cardamom and cinnamon and all these different recipes you may work on. That's all they are. How much of each one makes the meal? Okay, so you got to have your basic ingredients. Got it. Okay, and there's all these different orchestrations, cross sticks, and okay. Now, what about adding the bass drum? Just to do it real quickly. Louis Bellson was one of the first. I think if you go back and do research, you'll see that some other old swing band drummers might have been playing around this too. I don't know if it was Chick Webb, but that you go back online and you could always find somebody else did this also. But Louis Bellson was like the guy who was maybe most well known to introduce double bass to big band jazz, and he integrated it into solos. There's a lot of times he played brushes and did some double bass drum things. And what was he doing? He was doing a lot of call and response. So to do it on a basic level, get some basic patterns. Or that's triplets, right? Okay, so now, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. So I would suggest basic patterns, call and response. Just work on them slow. Now call and response is, throughout the whole tradition of jazz, and you can really use it to, great benefit in this type of thing. So what would be some of the basic ones? Like I said, you would take the same patterns you have with your hands and just work on them nice and slow with your feet. I was playing them in singles. You could practice like bass drum patterns that are in all these double bass drum books, but we're not going for speed and death metal here. I mean, yeah, eventually you'll get them. You're just trying to spice things up. So it's the thing of, oh, I'm just going to bring this double bass thing here and I'm going to do it all night. Oh, no, you're not. But you definitely can sprinkle it into jazz and funk and, you know, your 4-bar fills, your 8-bar phrases and so forth. And now you're putting a whole new dimension into it. And the simplest ones are going to work very, very well. So there you have it. You want to have your pet phrases with your hands, triplets, swinging eighths, triplets, sixteenths, swinging straight ahead, either way. You want to have the ability and the habit of getting these melodies in your head to play, even to play the time, you know. You want the melody very strong in your head, the lead piece. Or if it's just a groove tune, you want that, you know, that groove in your head. If you play another instrument, that's great. But if you don't, then you as the drummer need to have that very strong pattern of the music in your head and your body. You got, what did Charles Mingus say? You got to get it in your soul. And then, so you have your pat phrases, you have the melody in your head. Now, as you're going through life and you're doing a lot of improv and you're trying to introduce some different spices, you could throw a double bass phrase in there. And in that song, there's one obvious double bass phrase, you know, when I did it. He's like straight ahead, but there was a... He had a... So you really can have a ball with this, and just don't get carried away with it, or you're out of the band. It's just like I said, it's an ingredient. And what is one of the very popular spices now that's supposed to help with anti-inflammatory? Turmeric or turmeric. I don't know how that. I use it. I pronounce it any which way I feel like. But you just don't dump the whole thing into a meal. It's not going to work. That's it. Get your phrases, know your melody. Once in a while you can throw some of this double bass in if you're so inclined. Even if you're not, by working on double bass, because we had a video section educating the left foot, it's going to strengthen your hi-hat hand. Your hi, you know, the way you play that. So you can, you know. And so forth. So either way, you're not going to be a loser. It's just that this is just one different element to bring to the game, okay? For those of you that are new, welcome aboard. For those of you that have been looking at the videos for a while, I'm trying a lot of different things out with, because every once in a while somebody will say, I can't hear the narrative. So I've tried lavalier mic, and then I've tried the microphone that's hooked to the head, and then I've got now an additional microphone here, and they're going to be very well boosted so that I hope I sound like, you know, the television news reporter, at least when I'm speaking. We're going to try that out. So welcome aboard to the new folks, and thanks for watching to you longtime subscribers. We're trying to help create the beat we keep the beat with Pete. Peace out.